Hi, everyone. Welcome back to 10 Minutes HR. If you're an HR professional or a business owner managing payroll in Malaysia, you know how important it is to get things right, especially when it comes to calculating wages for EPF, SOCSO, and taxes. But what exactly counts as a wages for each of these? Today, we're going to break down how to find out the wages definition for EPF, SOCSO, and income tax in Malaysia. Let's get into it. Remember to subscribe our channel and click like. Let's start with the Employees Provident Fund or EPF. The EPF is Malaysia's mandatory retirement savings scheme, and it's crucial to know which payments you need to include when calculating EPF contributions. So, how do you find out what counts as wages for EPF? According to the EPF Act, wages include basic salary, allowance, bonuses, commissions, and any other monetary rewards paid to the employee. However, things like reimbursements or travel allowances are not included. There are also categories that not subject to EPF, such as service charge, overtime, gratuity, and retirement benefits. If you're unsure whether a particular payment is subject to EPF, the best place to start is the EPF website or the EPF employer guidelines. They have detailed information and specific lists that break down what's included and excluded. Just type in EPF Employer Guide Malaysia in your search bar, and it will lead you straight to their documentation. Additionally, EPF also has a contribution calculator online where you can double-check how much you need to contribute based on wages. This tool can be a lifesaver if you're ever in doubt. Now, moving on to SOCSO, the Social Security Organization, also known as PERKESO. SOCSO provides protection to employees in case of accidents or illnesses related to work. For SOCSO, wages generally include basic salary, commissions, overtime pay, and service charges. Like EPF, certain allowances such as travel or mileage are excluded from the definition of wages. To find out what counts as wages for SOCSO, the SOCSO contribution table is your best friend. You can access this through the SOCSO official website. They provide detailed information on what is and isn't included in wage calculations for both the employment injury scheme and the invalidity scheme. A quick tip here, SOCSO has also developed an app, Assist PERKESO, which allows you to check your employee contributions, payment schedules, and any discrepancies. It's a good way to ensure your contributions are calculated correctly. If you're managing payroll manually or using a payroll system, always cross-check these rates and the defined wages. Next, let's talk about income tax. The Malaysian Income Tax Act defines a wages slightly differently for tax purposes. For income tax, wages include not just your basic salary but also any bonuses, commissions, and other taxable benefits like company cars or housing allowances. Now, what makes this tricky is that not all allowances are taxed. For example, certain travel allowances may be exempt from tax, while others are taxable. The best way to stay on top of this is to consult the Income Tax Exemption Order, which you can find on the Inland Revenue Board (LHDN) website. One more thing to keep in mind, as of 2024, Malaysia's income tax brackets have been revised, so be sure to update your payroll systems or manually adjust to avoid under or overpaying taxes. There's also a tax calculator available on the LHDN website, which will help you determine how much tax should be deducted based on the wages you've defined. Many payroll systems also have this feature built in to make the process smoother. Now, let's have a workshop. We're going to try an example on what we just learned. In the given example, employee A has salary 5,000, overtime 1,000, commission 500, bonus payout 5,000 and layoff benefit 5,000. Here is a quick compilation on what we just go through. Based on given example, let's try to map out these payments into respective statutory wages. Take a closer look on the mapped wages. You will notice bonus is not subject to SOCSO, overtime, service charge and termination benefit will not subject to EPF. As for tax, all payment will subject to tax, however, tax is slightly complicated here with different exemption. For details, you may refer to LHDN website, or you can drop message at the comment section for additional information. To better visualize this, I created column for each statutory, so we can put in the amount. And this is how it looks like, because wages definition is different for each statutory, hence you can see EPF wages is 10,500, SOCSO wages is 6,500 and tax wages is 16,500. Next step, we will try to find out what is the contribution amount based on computed wages. For EPF, we're going to look for range at 10,500. It is 1,155. For SOCSO, we're going to look for range at 6,500, which has reach wage ceiling, so we just need to refer maximum contribution from table. So the employee contribution is 24.75 and employer is 86.65. Also for EIS is 9.90. Lastly for tax calculation. Here you can either MTD schedule or online tax calculator. There will be difference between both calculation, however it's still okay to use it, because Malaysia tax is progressive tax and also it will recalculate when employee performs self-assessment. My recommendation is to use payroll system or online calculator. Here when you use online calculator from LHDN. For MTD scheduler, you can check on LHDN website and look for the amount of 16,500. The tax amount is around 2,676.35. Now let's bring all amount that we got and put it into this table. For tax we have two amounts, this is because we used two different method. And also bonus is additional remuneration, so online calculator will be more accurate when we put the bonus amount as additional remuneration in online calculator. So, in summary, calculating wages for EPF, SOCSO, and tax in Malaysia comes down to knowing what's included and excluded for each scheme. For EPF, it's mainly basic salary and other monetary rewards. For SOCSO, it's similar but with slight variations. And for income tax, the rules get a little more complex, especially with exemptions and taxable benefits. Make sure to always consult the official EPF, SOCSO, and LHDN websites to keep up to date with any changes. If you're using any payroll software, these calculations are often done for you, but it never hurts to understand the basics.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this content, make sure to follow us for more exciting updates and insights. Leave a comment and share your thoughts.